I don't really know what I'm doing, but it seems like it's just about being intuitive, like trusting, being in tune with what's underneath you. The human body is like 67% water on average. Some people more, some people less. I cut these 2 pieces of copper wire to length, and I got to straighten them out a little bit more, but you cut them to be about 20 inches, and then at 5 inches you give them a bend right about here. Give them a bend so they're 90 degrees. So your body is able to detect caverns and cavities and different anomalies, and also energy lines underneath the earth. My brother-in-law does this. Supposedly pretty dang good at it, and you know, a lot of people, a lot of ranchers and different people swear by it. If you look on YouTube and you look up dowsing or water witching, there's a lot of people who are like, absolutely, like it. There's one guy who talks about how it saved him like thousands and thousands of dollars because he kept drilling and couldn't find anything. He hired an old cowboy to come out, and this dude with his old cowboy boots hopped out of his old truck and just like combed around his property with the 2 wires for like a few hours, and then just like right here and right here, he's like, I want to dig right here. They dug and they found it hit water at like 50 feet.
Hi everybody, I'm Emily and this is my husband Dan, and we live off-grid with our 2-year-old in the high desert in Arizona, surrounded by pinyon pines and junipers. Subscribe and follow along as we build our dream homestead.
Our body is made of water, or if your intention is to look for water.
That's badass. Are you even doing that?
I'm not doing anything.
That's
Start swaying right around here.
Oh wow, that's cool.
Before we actually go for a well, if we do one.
Dude, it does it right here every time. Right there too. Yep.
Maybe it's not as strong though as what you're looking for, but
yeah, maybe you want it to be stronger. Right here, it's really doing it. We saw somebody do it on YouTube. Somebody dug their own well, like 100 feet down. So we're gonna do the same thing. This right here is a good spot.
yeah.
It makes sense. Look how this kind of settles in here. It kind of goes down a little bit. Yep. Dude, that really crossed over a lot. This is like a really cool spot right here. We found a YouTube channel where this guy, I don't know where, it was like in North Carolina, I think, and he hand dug down his own well. It was about like, I think 100 to 150 feet down, and he just used some PVC pipe, and I don't know, it looked pretty like intense. Like I think it took him like a month, but what it seems like out here is there's some people that have wells that are about 600, 700 feet, but then you have people that have wells that like are 126. And what I'm wondering if some of the people with the lower wells kind of know how to water witch, and they have the finances to get their own drill out. Because if you're getting finance for a well, they usually want to go for like the deeper wells, because it's just the chances of those drying up are a lot less.
So it opens up when there's nothing, and then it goes like that and like swings like.
Dude, really intensely. So you know,
I'm not moving my fingers. I got it in this little notch right behind my fingers, like that. And then watch, it'll do it twice right through here.
Dude,
and then look, it goes open.
Intense.
It'll do it right here.
It's freaking intense too. What? Like, and that's more intense than I've seen it. Like sometimes it'll cross
it'll do
over.
When I go back the other way.
And you're not even doing anything.
Look at.
Oh my gosh, that's like right here. This is like probably where we'd want to dig down.
This is where I do my little conspiracy theory rumble videos.
Well, they're not conspiracy if they're true, Dan. The CIA is the ones that coined the term conspiracy theorists, because it's kind of like a way to gaslight and make people feel like they're stupid or crazy for just looking into things that like any normal person should be looking into.
Question?
Yeah, how dare you question the way I'm doing things?
How dare you question that why all the presidents of the United States except one are all the great-grandchildren of King John of England? How dare you? Look at my feet, dude.
Dude, look at mine too. They're so muddy. That's what happens when you walk barefoot out
I feel
here
like I've
after.
got some heels on.
Yeah. We just got a huge rainstorm, a huge thunder rainstorm. How do we know it's just not just like a really small cavity with only a little bit of water in it?
You don't, and I don't care if it's only a small cavity with a little water, because all you have to do is pump it and then you wait and it'll refill.
Oh, it'll always refill, right?
Hopefully, you know, if there is a cavity with water, usually the more shallow because I mean, if you want to hit the aquifer, you got to go really deep here. And I'm not for hitting an aquifer anyways. I don't think we should pump. I have no interest personally in drilling a well to pump water up from a giant underground lake that like holds like this ecosystem together and everything. Like,
yeah.
I believe something like that should be saved for like dire emergencies, because we've got enough water that falls from the sky to like water everything that you need. And so I would have more interest in finding a small one that's closer to the surface, and once you pump it out, basically the well will be dry and you have to wait like a day or two for it to like refill fully, you know what I mean? And just meter your water, man. You don't need that much water.
Yeah, it's true.
We are so wasteful in our community with water, dude. Like, we wash our vehicles constantly and like all this shit, and it just wastes your water, dude. Arizona, we're sitting on a finite water resource, and we've got like wealthy sheiks from all over the damn Middle East and everywhere else that are just pumping our cisterns dry, man, for farming. Yeah, we have no business doing like massive factory farms in a desert.
Yeah, it's like go somewhere where maybe...
Go somewhere else, man. There's plenty of places with plenty of water. Hold it steady.
He's just holding him. There's nothing that Dan is doing as he walks. And it keeps going over this part, sort of right there, but not that much. Right here, a little bit. And right here, a little bit.
It's mainly right here, though. If I don't hold it as tight.
Definitely do a well right here.
Well, I wonder if that's what if there's something real shallow, and that's what all these trees are accumulating.
I mean, that's probably what some of these water witching cowboys look for too. They probably don't just use that. They look also, because there's going to be a lot of cavities in the earth. This is the only spot on our property that has, I feel like, enough water for these types of little bushes to grow right here. Well, like, look at all these trees. We have this whole group of trees that kind of clustered together more than any other spot that I've seen on our property. And I feel like maybe that's why, because maybe there's a water source underneath the ground. Right here. Yeah, that's like not that. And so that would make sense. It's empowering too to think like you can dig your own well. Okay, now we're going to double verify it. Yeah, I want to see if Emily gets the same response right there. And I wonder if us being barefoot helps with water. So right there is really intense. Look how they go back straight. It's so crazy. Go back straight. And for Emily, they go really wide. Don't do it here. It's the opposite. I'm not even touching it. It's like crazy. Right there's where it was doing it for me too. Right here's crazy. Right there on that little spot. It's so magnetic. It's not even funny. Like, it's so crazy. You try to pull it apart, and then they just like go back again. I pull it apart. They go back together. I pull it apart. They go back together. I come over here. I hold them. I put them right here. It's going that way. It's hard to tell like which place to choose because there's like a lot of spots, but we're gonna have to maybe look up other factors to consider when you choose the spot, that because there's a lot of places on our property that are like that. Oh no! Our coochie went off into the road. No! You gotta mix it with the rock a little bit. Oh no! It's horrible. That's horrible. It went into the nice road. I know, I feel bad. How are we to know? Well, it'll just turn into dust as soon as it hardens. Mix this with rock is what we gotta do. And then we gotta dig diversion ditch right here. Yeah, we gotta divert. That's probably the issue is... Yeah. If we did a diversion ditch, it might not have done that. Because our driveway just turns into a massive, like, river that just probably wiped out our driveway. This is my deodorant that I made. This is my deodorant that I made. It's all this is water, coconut oil, tea tree oil, rose water, and baking soda. And this stuff works so good. It's like 5 ingredients. It kind of comes out weird, but I just kind of go like that. And go like that. and we're good to go. Honestly,
Go.
smells good. I smell good. Yum.
Here, this is what I like to do with it. I take it every day and I
You're an idiot.
squirt some in there. Squirt some in
No,
there
he
for
doesn't.
freshness.
No, he doesn't. The only issue with this is a reusable bottle and it's too thick to squirt out, so. His little pant leg. They're just a little too big. This pine tree has gotten taller since we moved here because we're using all of our laundry water to water these pine trees.
Oh yeah, it's just been so like much
Doesn't
rain.
that look taller than it was?
It is. I mapped it, and on this pine tree over here,
You mapped it? That's cool.
you can see how far it grew, because this pine tree, we almost killed this pine tree because we accidentally didn't realize we were putting salt in our gray water that we were running out, because gray water's cool, like we only use biodegradable stuff. We're putting salt in the water and maybe some oil, and
Yeah.
it just like came out.
So now we're more
And so
careful.
now we're really careful because it kills our trees. So like what we did was, but now look, you can see on this tree, it has a bunch of little dead pieces, but then the new ones, see like how there's like dead parts to it,
Yeah.
dead needles, but the new needles have grown up, and you can see where the dead needles end on the tree. All that up from there is new growth.
Looks
So-
healthy up there.
So from here, right, like here, up is all new growth.
Don't put oil or salt or, try to do as minimal amount of food particles as possible in your gray water.
Yeah,
What
no food particles.
No food particles. What we do is we try to, number one, eat as much of our food as possible so there's no waste. Then you scrape off the rest into the trash, and then you use a paper towel to kind of wipe out any food or oil that might be in it, and that is how and then use biodegradable soap, and then you're good to leach your gray water onto your land or water anything, all your plants and trees with it.
So the game plan for today, we're gonna pull all these wood, pieces of plywood out for our subfloor. Then we're gonna sweep all out the shed and everything and get it all ready for paint. And then we're gonna go on a hike. We're gonna have some freaking fun. We're gonna come back and he's gonna go down for a nap. And then when he's napping, we're gonna paint it all with the mold resistant primer, lay it in, and then that way next week, whenever our cash hits the account, we're gonna go and we're gonna pick up some of the rest of the flooring and everything we need. We're gonna have the insulation done, and then the weekend following, we're gonna have the whole shed completely finished. We're gonna do the walls.
2,000 years later.
Yeah, do you know where the paintbrush is? I don't know where our paintbrush is. Maybe it's in this tote?
Vad hakten alla fest hela dagen. Mjöl från livets grottekvarn. Fest hela dagen. Stort, det har vi alltid gjort. Så det är bullfest hela dagen.
I'm finally ready to start. I think I shaked it. I stirred it enough. I didn't shake it, but is there really a difference? I just stirred it really well, and now I'm gonna get started on painting.
Vad hakten alla fest hela dagen. Mjöl från livets grottekvarn. Fest hela dagen. Stort, det har vi alltid gjort. Så det
I'm getting this far. And this is why it's hard to get anything done because I got a little wild man right here hollering at me. And just like that, voila, frickin' voila. The boy and bring the truck. We're going for an adventure. Look at these.
They taste good.
This one right here is done. If you look at
You'll
it.
find the bigger, juicier blue ones like this right here. Bite it.
Okay, here goes nothing. So good, actually. I could see myself like actually eating those.
Yeah, dude, like for fun, like it's
Because
so good.
what is it like? A teaspoon of those is like 17 calories, so they actually have some good calories in them.
Look at all these mama junipers, little pack rat.
Pack rat in there.
Honestly, I feel like you could trap them.
Probably trap them and eat them. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. We're not on a loan. I'm not going to trap a pack rat and eat it.
Berry bush I found, like,
Unless we have to.
dude, it's so good. Try this right here.
These are all like super blue. Yeah.
Grab
these
one
are...
and throw it in, dude. Pop it in and chew it up a little bit and spit it out. So good.
I just hope that we don't get sick.
Mm-mm.
These are so good. They're not, I mean, they're edible. There's only certain forms of it that aren't
You're supposed
edible.
to soak them a couple times to get rid of the pine flavor, like that. It's like a turpentine flavor.
Yeah.
But underneath the turpentine flavor, you can taste the sweet berry. Like it's
Yeah.
good. It's not a real berry. It's a cone, but like it's really fucking
It's
tasty.
actually super good. We should actually take some and definitely soak it a few times. And I could eat on these a lot. They're actually a lot better than I thought they would be.
Look at. Let's see.
Yeah, there's like little quartz. We actually really do have like a food forest, don't we? This is definitely the most beautiful spot on our property. I feel like, I mean, we should be parked here if it's the most beautiful spot, but it's way up here and we have not yet. Oh God, yeah. That is the spot. That's our favorite right there.
Eat this pinion?
I think this is yucca because I think agave has a thing that comes out of the middle of it. So I don't know. We'd have to do more research first, but I think that's what this is. Where? Oh, this is so pretty. What? Look at this. What is this? This is so gorgeous. Like, am I wrong for not like wanting to bring this back with us?
No.
Oh, with me? Are you talking?
Gentle with her.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. There's some little lichen growing on it. I feel bad. Watching this video of this Native American woman who was talking about the pinyon pine trees, and she was saying that she was Navajo, and she was saying that you know, you could shake the trees to get the nuts off, but they wouldn't do that because when they would shake the trees, winter would come early. And so, I mean, if you just look into a lot of that type of I mean, it just kind of shows you that whatever we do that's disruptive to the environment, it does have an impact. You know, we can't just think that there is no impact. So whatever we do, we should always try. I think, honestly, we should always try to just be as gentle with things as possible, only take what we need, and not be, just limit how disruptive we are as much as we can.
Start